The Rebel Wilson It Ends With Us crossover is one that I certainly did not expect. This series of lawsuits between Amanda Ghost, the other producers, and Rebel Wilson is wild. There are so many parts, there are so many accusations, so many things, deserves its own video. The crossover appears to be that there are some common players. Those common players are Melissa Nathan, Tag, and Judd Wallace. According to this ghost complaint recently filed, they're alleging that Nathan sent a dossier of files with the intention of setting up websites. And there were websites that were allegedly defamatory to Ghost. So the question is, were they responsible for the setting up of websites with false information? And another key player is Brian Friedman, who up until recently represented Rebel Wilson. And in another twist of irony, Amanda Ghost is being represented by Camille Vasquez, who represented Johnny Depp in his famous lawsuit against Amber Heard. Now, the pro-Lively camp has made a big to-do about how Lively is getting the Amber Heard treatment online, and there's a lot of speculation that there was online manipulation that caused the internet to disfavor Amber Heard. Now, I'm not going to get into that necessarily, but just talking about the overall talking point. But now the Lively team will want to side with Camille Vasquez's client because they now have a common enemy, which is the crisis PR people who allegedly made defamatory websites against her. Now, there is a pretty key difference between the cases. Yes, Lively has defamation claims against Wayfarer, but the crux of her claim, the origin of her claim, comes from the CRD complaint, which is an employment claim. So harassment, discrimination, retaliation, that is the crux of her claim in an employment context. Defamation is added on top of that. So whether or not these crisis PR people engage in potentially nefarious website building is a side quest to the actual question, which is, did Wayfarer retaliate against Lively for her protected activity, and was she sexually harassed? Remember, the website that is at question in this lawsuit had to do with Wayfarer's complaint against Lively, Reynolds, New York Times, etc., etc. It detailed out a timeline of events and included a copy of a publicly filed document that referenced the timeline, included the timeline in the filing. As far as we know, there's no allegation that Wayfarer engaged these PR people, these same PR people, to create a Blake Lively Sucks website. So we're talking about different actions, even though they're with the same players. So the question that I'm getting is, does the fact that these people potentially engaging in this type of behavior show a propensity for this type of behavior and therefore prove that the actions were defamatory or retaliatory? No, not necessarily. I was talking to my best friend about this. She used a good analogy. It's like maybe it was on the menu of things, but they didn't order it. And maybe Rebel did, allegedly. To summarize, I don't think this actually helps or hurts any side in any significant way. It does create more of a spotlight on the PR, on crisis PR in Hollywood, what that looks like, and how it could be incredibly problematic. But that's a discussion outside of the legal issues in the Lively Wayfarer case, and I don't see this really helping or hurting either side in any significant way.